Hey, what's up guys? Alan here with EatSleepTrade.net. Gonna be bringing you guys the swing trading watch list and market update for the week of June 26th, 2017. I know it's been a minute since I've been able to get a video up for you guys, but we are gonna go through the whole process of running some scans, creating our watch list, and of course creating our top watch list for going into next week. So sit tight, it is going to be a longer video than normal, but I hope you guys do enjoy it, and we are going to get right into things. First thing we're going to do here is check out our sector performance and see what sectors are leading the market going into next week. I like to take a look at the 1 month, 3 month, and 6 month, and I've got a little notepad opened up here so we can make a couple notes. Let's see, we're going to go with our top sectors. And our number one sector looks like 1 month is going to be healthcare, 3 month healthcare, and 6 month healthcare. So I think healthcare is a clear winner on number one for top performing sector over a 1 to 6 month time frame. And let's see, we've got industrial goods and services, technology on fourth. We got technology and services in the top three on a 3 month, and we've got technology and consumer goods in the top three on 6 months. I'm gonna have to go with technology being our number two strongest sector performing right now, and number three barely making it on the list. It's a little bit weak, but we'll see what kind of amount of stocks come up in our scans this week, and we may want to go into a third sector, and if we do, we'll go ahead and go with services on number three. It is in the top three on the 1 and 3 month, a little bit lagging behind on the 6th month, but nevertheless will serve purpose for a decent top number three spot for top performing sectors. And so let's jump back over to our screener here, get to our presets, and we're going to search for our relative volume small caps and jump into the healthcare sector. So we're going to make a note here, healthcare stocks, and we can make a list of ones that we like. So first up, ACHN, and right off the bat, it's a pretty decent looking chart. You've got a nice little consolidation here, almost a wedge pattern forming. You've got the relative volume coming in on Friday. You know, it looks like it's a setup for a possible trend reversal, and the volume is what catches my eye on it the most. So I'm going to go ahead and add it here, ACHN. And not necessarily a top watch into next week, but I'll show you what we are going to do with that. Next is ARRY, and another one that looks pretty decent, just had a pretty decent breakout, now consolidating, making a nice bull flag there, and I think without a doubt a relative volume bull flag is something that we want to put on watch as well. Sometimes I like to make a little note right here, bull flag, so I know what we're looking for. Let's take a look at ATRS. Nice little pennant flag set up there as well. Already had that kind of breakout, a little bit overextended, huge relative volume. Probably a good shot at having some continuation at a nice resistance here around 320. Probably something I could probably put on our watch list. It looks like it could have potential continuation, and though now it's kind of missed this little flag setup here as the breakout already occurred. Again, we're here at this 320 resistance. We can get another consolidation under this area before we break out up in the new 52-week highs. So I think it's worth to add up onto the watch list, especially when you're pulling in that kind of volume. That's usually coming with some form of news or something that's going on there. So worth to add on. CARA, definitely a bit overextended, nothing we're going to want to add on this week. CLDX, don't see anything too exciting there. Court, nice uptrending, pretty strong chart at a resistance area, but it's also up 5 or 6, 7 days, so again overextended, nothing we want to trade into next week. DVAC, same thing, nice run, nice little pattern set up there, but obviously a bit overextended. IMMU, same, not seeing anything too spectacular on that, but still a nice uptrending chart. IPXL, KERX. Let's check out page 2. INVAX, wow, look at that thing, just beat up. NVCR, pretty nice chart here, and actually making a pretty decent flag at the top. So we'll go ahead and at least put that on our list here for potential top watches. Bull flag. PDLI, actually pretty decent as well. It's actually coming into a resistance area. One little consolidation day there before breaking out above that 250 area. Maybe a bit stretched though, and a little bit of relative volume, but we'll go ahead and leave that one for now. RIGL, it's got a nice little volume breakout here, consolidating, and I think that's worth putting on watch because it does have that nice little flag type consolidation setup coming in with good volume. So we'll add that on. THC, don't see anything really good looking there that I like. So let's go up and let's check out the technology sector now. So we're just gonna make some more notes here, technology, and see what kind of stocks we like over there. ACIA, nothing too fantastic, trending down, it's got the volume, but nothing I really like. EVH, good volume, but again, no familiar pattern, nice trending stock, but nothing I see too good there. And FIT, this one is beat up quite a bit, definitely hanging around this bottom. It's popped a little bit of volume in. It's a well-known stock, so it does have potential to make a pretty decent move if they do some type of PR, but it's really beat up though. But we're gonna go ahead, let's put it on this list here. FIT, we'll check it out. It's a beat up, possible reversal off the bottom here. It's got the volume coming in, so it could trend reverse and get a nice run. FTR, little bottom bounce, nothing I'm really too interested in right now. Too many other good opportunities, in my opinion, to be worried about bottom bouncing, though it is still, you know, a viable strategy. A lot of guys do it and very successful with it. Groupon looks pretty good, but already's got that extended move on Friday. You could see some continuation up, maybe a gap fill up to that $4 area, but we'll let that one pass. I need a better setup. INFN, forming this nice little cup here. Get a pullback towards that 11, 20-day moving average. Might give something there, but nothing too impressive I see so far. MEET, off the bottom, nothing too good. OCLR, again, nothing I really see too good there. This is one of my favorite stocks that's already on my swing trading watch list. Good volume, but nothing that stands out. Run, just had a beautiful run, but obviously much too overextended to be chasing up into that. So we will have to pass. SNCR, gapped up, but nothing looking too good, overextended. SPWR, nice volume, nice breakout to this $9 resistance area. It's testing now. Definitely not something I want to chase up, but this could give a pretty big potential setup if we can get a pullback or a flag to set up. I like the volume, so again, we're at that 969 to 920, probably as close to resistance area. And big volume coming in, so if we get some consolidating underneath that resistance area, that could really set us up for a nice good risk reward on a breakout there. TTMI, another great one we've been following for a while, and also looking great this week as well, so we'll get that on our list. VG, potential reversal right here, good volume. Nice uptrend support on that. Bigger picture consolidating wedge. I think I like to add that onto our list this week for an uptrend support, possible reversal. Let's look at when Looks like a possible reversal as well, but nothing as impressive as some of these other ones. And that is going to do it for what is on our high relative volume stocks for technology. And since we're here with you guys, we will go ahead and just run through services real quick and see if we can pull anything out of that. ASNA, nothing going on too much right there. Again, possible reversal, bottom bounce here, double bottom around that 180, 190 area, but just a downtrending overall beat up chart. Nothing I really want to get involved with. Not seeing anything too much there. Eat on the restaurants, not looking too good. Finish Line, shoe retailer, not looking really like I like anything there. GCI, no, not seeing too much there. It's actually maybe possibly a pretty good cup and handle setup right here. Decent volume coming in. That could be a potential trade, but it's kind of a downtrending stock. You like to see cup and handle in an uptrending stock. It's more of an uptrend continuation pattern, so not as strong when seen like that. So I'm gonna let that one go. Hertz, nothing too impressive there. JCPenney, nothing too impressive there. Do got a nice little falling wedge forming though. Those sometimes lead to some pretty nice breakouts. Kratos, nothing I really like there. LQ, La Quinta Holdings, Resort and Casinos. I will say gaming has been one of the industries that I've been following, so I've had some good success. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you know I just started a position in Penn last week. That is actually working out pretty good. So I think I like to probably take a look at LQ. It's had this nice little run off that 20-day moving average up to resistance, pulled back nicely, kind of getting to this resistance turn support area right there around 1450 and the 20-day moving average. So could be a nice trade for a trend continuation. Let's go pullback, trend continuation. MYGN, wow, what a solid run that had. Probably about a 20-day run. And now consolidating nicely and putting a nice flag for us together. Definitely going to be one to put on a top watch next week without a doubt. I already know that right off the bat. So let's go here, top watch. MYGN is definitely making that list next week. Let's see what we got on the next page. Almost done here with the scans, guys. Next we got Pandora. Nice little bounce off the bottom, but nothing I'm interested in there. Here's one we were just talking about, Penn. So you guys see the nice bounce that we got on Thursday off that 20-day moving average. Looking for a resistance breakout above 22 here into next week. So that'll be nice. It's been a beautiful uptrending stock. Again, resorts, casinos, gaming, a sector I've been watching. So seeing the opportunity there off the 20-day moving average and gave it a shot. Working out so far. So I would say that probably deserves a spot here on this list. RRD, nothing looking good there. And Sonic Restaurants, nice big engulfing candle Friday, but nothing I really see that I like too much there. So that's going to wrap it up for the scans, guys. So that is how I run through. I want to identify what are the strongest performing sectors in the market right now, and I want to trade within those sectors. That's going to increase your odds of getting one of those strong stocks that breaks out. And then from there, I'm looking for stocks that are trading good relative volume, that are trending up, they have a familiar pattern set up, moving averages trending in the upward direction. I love a 20-day moving average above a 50-day moving average. I love buying pullbacks to 20-day or 50-day moving average supports. So those are just a couple of things that we look for in our scans. So let me go ahead and get Fidelity pulled up, and I'm going to show you guys how we enter these into our watch list and then create our top watch list for that week. Alright guys, so here we are. We've got our Fidelity pulled up, Active Trader Pro. And we've got our swing trading watch list here, as well as our top watch list here. You can see I've got a couple stocks on that top watch already, and we are going to finish filling this out, as well as scan through our swing trading watch list here, which is where I'm going to pull the stocks from to create our top watch list. Down below here, I've got the chart of the S&P 500 pulled up. As you guys can see, the market is definitely still in an upward trending direction. We're actually managed to be above that 20-day moving average right now. There's no significant market pattern specifically going on right now, but in my opinion, there's definitely some market strength. So the last sell-off that we had, which was here back at the end, about mid-May, was bought up very well and pushed us up into new all-time highs, and now we've just been kind of consolidating over this area but remaining above that 20-day moving average. So I think those are going to be keys going into next week. Obviously, what makes this chart the strongest is going to be if the market holds above that 20-day moving average. If it doesn't, not all is lost. We do have this major resistance, which will now turn support around 2400, and that is right where our 50-day moving average is as well. So we've got a lot of support on this chart if some selling does occur. For me right now, the great buying volume that we had Friday, along with the buying volume that we had the week before, I think this chart's ready to continue up this trend, and hopefully it makes some new highs for us and give us lots of opportunity in the market to catch some more breakouts. So all the stocks that we just pulled up off of our scans, we're going to go ahead and add to our watch list here. So that's going to be ACHN, ARRY, NVCR, and RIGL, and ASIA, and SPWR, TTMI, VG, LQ, and MYGN. And then I've got some notes to remove a couple of these. So every week I will go through and remove plays that are no longer working out or have just fallen down, or maybe reverse trend and started a new downtrend or something like that, to try to keep this list as updated and cleaned up at this time, which is composed of stocks that we scan for basically every couple of days or every week. Oops. Oh, come on. One thing I love about Fidelity is their platform is so customizable, you guys. You can adjust and change things and set it up any way that you want. Alright, so now let's go through these stocks here, and let's go ahead and put them in alphabetical order. Start with ACHN. This is one of the ones that we just pulled up off the scan as well. You guys can see why I like it. You've got this big relative volume that came in on Friday, as well as a lot of volume that's come in with all these breakouts, right? You have a breakout, consolidate, breakout. Pulled back quite a bit now, but lots of volume coming back in. So this is definitely worth keeping on an eye next week for a move back up towards this 450 area. And if we get a breakout through 450, that's going to lead us to prior highs right up around 5. 20-day moving average is trending above that 50-day moving average. And again, the key thing on this chart is just the massive relative volume that it's traded. So I think it deserves a spot on our top watch list. So we'll go ahead and add that on here now, ACHN. And let's take a look at the next one. Now, ACIA's communications, it's in the technology sector. I did pull it off the scans. However, I don't think it deserves a spot in our top watch list. It looks like something that has possibly beginning to get set up for a trend reversal. So it's just going to kind of live on this watch list for a few weeks, and if it starts breaking down below these prior lows again, then that's when it gets removed off the watch list, as I don't think it has, you know, another shot of getting set back up. AEL's been on our watch list for a while. No major setup coming into this week, possibly a little consolidation here, but we'll remain on the watch list for a hopefully future setup. Agent, another one that we did put on our top watch for this week. It's got great volume coming in. You've got a moving average that is ready to cross above the 20 to cross above the 50. You need to get a trend reversal on this. We're setting up a little consolidation. I want to see it consolidate, pull back, but remain above this prior low right around 375. I think that's key. If we start breaking below that 375 area, then the idea, I believe, is kind of broken. But I definitely want to see this consolidate out and then get a nice move and breakout over this 420 resistance area. I did put that onto the top watch for this week, so it will remain on there. AKS, another one with just a great breakout. We mentioned the bottom in this just a few weeks ago, guys, and it has worked out perfectly. We were able to get some AKS about a week and a half ago and got a nice breakout Friday, decent volume, nothing major yet, but the chart is definitely moving in the right direction. We just got our cross of that 20-day simple moving average above the 50-day moving average, which just confirms that this trend is reversing. You know, this has come off quite a bit off the highs. You can see it's not the first time that we've traded it, but steel is looking good and steel prices are increasing. We're set up really good in this right now, so I'm excited to see that into next week, and definitely is making it onto our top watch. AMD, let's go ahead and make sure that is on our top watch for next week. AKS. All right, next is AMD. It's just been a really good stock, trading it all year long, all last year too. A bit overextended right now around this 1450 area. I'd like to see it pull back to this 1250 area, and I think that'll give a much better entry point, and it needs a little bit of a pullback or consolidation as it is a bit overextended. Let's take a look at AMA. That was a possible pump scheme. Doesn't look like that's going to work out, but I'll keep it on watch for a little bit longer. AMRN just made a nice breakout last week, but again, it's already a bit overextended. So you're going to need some type of pullback consolidation, possibly a flag setup pattern happening. So I'm going to keep a close eye on. I'm not going to put it on top, but I am going to keep a close eye on to that next week. You've got a 20-day moving average trying to cross back above that 50, and good volume in that run, so definitely has potential to consolidate and continue. Let's take a look at ARRY, one of them that we added in this week from the healthcare sectors, biotech stock. Nice little breakout, flag setting up. You got your moving averages, your 20s about to cross that 50. This one is definitely going to earn a spot onto the top watch list going into next week, being that it is in the strongest sector in the market right now. Let's take a look at ATRS. Just had a nice breakout, huge volume on Friday, but it is a bit overextended. Again, it's got a shot at continuing up with a breakout over this 320 resistance area, but you know, I want to see it pull back. I want to see consolidation under that 320 area before we break out to give a good risk reward entry. Box, been on a watch list for a while, nothing major happening here. CALA, nice setup here, given to me by one of my followers on Twitter, so I do appreciate that. That is from Dimitri. If you guys want to follow him, he is on Twitter at Trade Russian, and he's a cool guy. He trades and shares lots of ideas with me, so yeah, just a really cool guy to follow, really genuine, nice guy. So check him out, and you guys could probably get some value out of following him as well. But he actually had a good trade on this last week, starting the week before, I think, as well. But nevertheless, it's got this nice little consolidation here. It's been a strong trending stock, if you can't tell, right? And Friday just had massive volume again and a huge hammer candle. So I'm basically just looking to see if we're going to get out of this consolidation right here, which is right around 1550 or so. If we start getting up into that range, this thing definitely has potential volume and range to move up into this 1750 area. So definitely one worth keeping on a close watch going into next week. CC, if you guys follow me, then you know I've traded this thing so many times over the last year. It's been awesome, but it looks like maybe it's finally finding that top, trying to consolidate, but not off the watch list yet. Keep a close eye on it, because this thing can consolidate for a month or two and then gear right back up, as you can see, like it did back in early January at the beginning of the year. So not all is lost on this. Nothing worth trading in my opinion right now, but you do have this nice little consolidation. So if things start to reverse, we will definitely have it on watch and be ready to go. Cenex is aluminum. Maybe going to be moving up with steel here. You could see the volume that came in Friday as it bounces off the bottom, but nothing too impressive to me. CLF, this is one that will make it onto the top watch this week. Tends to move up with steel, aluminum, all those kind of things, and just had a nice good volume day on a Friday. It's got this double bottom coming in just above 550, and you know, it's quite a ways off its highs. It's lost about 50% from its highs, and looks like it might be ready to reverse trend here and start continue up. This 550 support, major support area. So it's got that going for it. We do need to see a 20 cross above that 50, but you can see it's starting to curve back up. Best case scenario would be a consolidation under this 660 area resistance, and then a flag or some type of consolidation under here that gives a good risk reward entry for that breakout above 660. May not see that, may just straight break out above that 660 on Monday and see a nice continuation, but we are definitely going to keep a close eye on that. CLVS, another one we've been following for quite some time. We first traded this stock, you guys, back when it was 16, 17 bucks, and it's traded all the way up to 74 and now 95, so it's almost made it to 100 bucks. That's insanely impressive. Overextended for me right now, nothing I'm going to be getting into anytime soon. ETSY, again, nothing really set up for me here, but just a strong chart, so it's going to remain on the watch list. Probably one I'll probably look at removing here pretty quick. FIT, again, added to the watch list just because that volume near the bottom, it's got potential to break out and make a move. Hasn't really done anything for a while, but you know, the relative volume shows up, you put it on your watch, and a trend reversal could happen, and a couple setups may occur. GSAT, nice trending stock, but again, nothing really to potentially set up on it. It's just a good trending stock. When it does set up, it'll give us opportunity, but for right now, remains on the watch. INN is in the technology sector, I believe. Let's see, Summit Hotel Properties. Nope, it's not in technology. It is going to be in services. That's right. So Summit INN is going to go into services, and it is going to make it onto our top watch this week. So we're going to go ahead and add it here, INN. And you guys can see the obvious setup there. I've already got it laid out. You've got a nice little flag or pennant type pattern, ascending triangle basically as well. That 1915 area, the high is 1919, so 1920 breakout's what we're looking for. Good volume on Friday to start that breakout. Strong trending chart, so definitely a top watch into next week if we start coming out above that 1920 area. Did we already add that to our watch list? We did. Let's go to LQ. Again, in services, La Quinta, strong trending chart, good volume. It's pulled back. It's right at that 20-day moving average. It's probably not going to make it to our top watch list this week, but I do believe it definitely has some potential. It's got the volume. It's got big range. We've got the right trend direction. Moving averages are lined up. So we're just going to keep an eye on that. I'm not going to put it on the top watch, but we will definitely be keeping a close eye. MDR just had that breakout over 680, so it's a little bit overextended. Again, just massive volume coming in, so definitely something you want to keep on your watch list. Look for that pullback back down to that 680 area where resistance would turn to support, and that's where you can find the good entries when after the stock breaks out. You don't want to chase it up. Let's take a look at MU. Another strong trending chart, almost one of those stocks you could just buy whenever, hold it for a few months and you're gonna make money. Nothing really set up too good on it right now. However, I always keep it on the watch list because when it does set up, it does give good opportunity. It's earning gappers, so definitely a good one to keep on watch. MYGN, definitely making it on our top watch this week. Just a beautiful chart. Just had a huge rip last 2 or 3 weeks, so very impressive. It's got a nice trend going, obviously overextended, but we've got this flag setting up, and look at the volume that came in on Friday. More volume than it's traded on this entire upswing. So this is probably my favorite setup going into next week. Very surprised if this one does not continue or does not give a good breakout. We've still got room up to 29, 30 bucks to fill this gap. And looking at this chart, that is absolutely not unrealistic. One of my favorite setups going into next week. NVCR, another one that's been on a nice rip, bit overextended. It's kind of consolidating up here, so we'll leave it on the watch list. Possible flag or something could definitely set up out of that. OCLR, we already touched base on that a little bit. Penn also touched base on that a little bit. This was our purchase on Thursday for bouncing off that 20-day moving average support, and really going to be looking for a breakthrough 22 to begin locking profits on that one. Let's take a look at RIGL. Got a nice little potential type flag setup as well. Not as clean as some of the other ones, a little toppy towards that $3 area, so you got quite a bit of sellers sitting up there. But it did have the relative volume and it didn't crash completely back down. Leave it on the watch list. It's not going to make it on to the top this week though. Sprint, been consolidating for a few months, still nothing really set up there. SPWR, this is the one we just pulled off our scans, and it is a bit overextended. It's got great volume though, but we're going to watch for a potential flag setup on something like this. Stag, nice trending chart, nothing really set up, spectacular, familiar pattern right now. Tech, one of the ones that we traded all of 2016 and for the first half of 17. But as you guys can see, it has been trending down for the past few months, so we're going to go ahead and leave it alone, but it does remain on the watch list. True Value, or True Car, not True Value, True Car. We are going to add this onto the top watch this week, just like the setup here. It's got good volume. It's pulled back nicely where you've got a good risk reward on this consolidation. You're near your 20-day moving average support with a 50-day moving average support below it. So you've got a very defined risk if you do take an entry. And obviously the idea would be to get a move back up towards prior resistance around 1950 and maybe even a breakout through there. Next up, we're almost done here, TTMI, one of my favorite setups going into next week as well. Probably not as nice as MYGN, but definitely a close second. Extremely strong trend and something I've traded multiple times with success. 20-day moving average support just below, so that gives you that great risk reward, and looks like it's ready to break out again and continue this move out of this consolidation. Good volume Friday, so definitely a top watch. We've already got that added on to our top watch list this week. VG, one off the scans this week. Looks like maybe a nice little bottom bounce. Like I said, I'm not really, there's a lot of better things to trade right now than to have to force yourself to trade a bottom bounce. However, you do got really nice trend support and really big volume off that trend support. So for that, VG is going to earn its spot on our top watch list for this week. And VIAV, not going to earn a spot on the top watch list this week, but still a great setup. Nice strong trending chart. You still got your 20-day above your 50. Good volume that came in Friday, and it's holding that 50-day support, so you've got a very set risk if that 50-day support starts to break down. Obviously the idea is not working, but we could see a move up towards 1140, 1150, and maybe even up to the prior highs around 1180, 1185. WTW, just been an insane chart this year. We traded this just a few months back and actually had a really good breakout on it. Minuscule now to what the chart looks like, but either way, something that should be on your watch list all the time. Way too overextended, right? You're not trying to buy up here at 30 bucks, but if you ever get a nice little pullback that comes down to 28 or 24.54 on your 20 or 50-day moving averages, that's where opportunity comes in. So definitely worth just keeping on your watch list so that you guys don't miss an opportunity on something like that. So let's go back over the stocks for our top watch list this week, guys, and we're going to have ACHN, ARRY, INN, TRUE, VG, MYGN, CLF, AKS, AGEN, and TTMI. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video for this week and the swing trading watch list and a market update. If you guys haven't already, please do me a favor, hit that like button down below. As always, leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys got on your watch list this week. I'd love to share ideas with you guys. And you know, there's so many stocks out there, you can't look at all of them. This is one strategy that I use to find great volume trading stocks that have good potential for breaking out. But I'm always interested in other setups as well. So again, down below, leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think of my watch list. And of course, let me know what you guys got on your watch list going into next week. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you guys can get more updates. I know it's been a while since we've done one. I probably will not be able to do weekly updates again, maybe, but I definitely want to bring you guys more updates than I have been. Excited to get the new computer set up, and I'm ready to bring you guys videos. Let me know what you guys think of this video. I've tried to get some new programming that can screen capture in really high quality resolution and bring you guys great sound and audio quality as well. So let me know what you guys think of it all, and good luck into next week, and I will see you guys in trading.